Hello, I have a bicycle that I need some help and advice with, so I decided to record the video to share and see, because I haven't had experience with these kinds of cranks, RaceFace Turbine model, and this is a second-hand bicycle that had a lot of play in the bottom bracket, and this is how it came. I just removed this part, and these are all the spacers as they were, and I will now strip it. This is the first one. This is how it was oriented originally. I'm not sure if this is proper, and I looked at data manuals on the website and couldn't find any help, so this is the first one that was like this. I put it aside. Now the second one. For that I will need to remove this to get it out. All right. This is the second one. It slots nicely in here, and that's this part. And now for the bearing, bearings don't seem to be with any problems. They turn nicely, smoothly, and they don't make any rocking. It seems to be fitted nicely. And this is the left hand side crank. Just clean it a bit. Here I think there is one spacer put. I can probably remove it by hand, and it is my understanding that there should be some sort of like rubber seal or spacer, but also I'm not sure if there should be another spacer added on this side or any other way to control this display. I will also measure it to see the diameter. Okay, that's about, let's see, 24 millimeters crank's diameter. Okay, just under 24 millimeters. Let's measure it again more precisely. 23.5 about, roughly, something like that. 23.45 millimeters. And I will measure now this part, the bearings, just in case. This says 25 millimeters, and let's see the marks on the bearings, if it's anything written, dimensions or something like that. Not here, but I cannot take the bearing out to see if it has any markings, and I don't want to remove any of these parts until I'm told it's a good idea. And now let's measure on the other side. Here it's spinning also smoothly, and I also believe that this can be pulled out, but I would rather not do it unless it is advisory to do it. And I'm not sure if there's a part missing or it's just some sort of misalignment or mismatch in diameters, but there's a lot of play no matter how tightly I press on the, how much is this? This side is 24 millimeters. Okay, this looks like a good fit, but no matter how hard I tighten the nut on the crank, it says in the manual about 60 Newton meters. In the manual I could find online. It's very tight, but there is still play. And when I put in the axle, I'll now try to insert it. Better from that side to try it. Okay. Okay, it goes in, and this part I can feel it snugly fitting here, so I suppose that's good. But when I look on the other side, here there is no snug fit, and I can move this quite dramatically. And I think that is the source of the problem, and I suppose there should be some sort of spacer put in here, or a different bearing, or perhaps it requires a different kind of axle that is wider at this side. I'm not sure now from memory whether some SRAM cranks are wider on one side and require a different sized bearing on one side. I would have to Google it, but I think this is the source of a problem, and I hope that someone could, who has the experience with this, could help me. This looks like it could fill in that void, but apparently it doesn't. It doesn't seem to fit in properly and alleviate that problem. We still have a lot of play. So when I put this like it was, it fits nicely, snugly. And I put this, and we still have that play, and no matter how hard I tighten, it doesn't resolve the problem. This is the interface we see, and by these marks you can see that this reached all the way, and so I don't suppose that is the problem, that it doesn't reach far enough. I think there's some other problem, but I would be thankful for any advice or tips of how to fix this apart from replacing bearings and the cranks. So thank you for watching, and thanks in advice for any help. Cheers.